welcome back to my channel, Reclaiming Jen, where moms can take a break from the busy mom life and focus on their own needs, wants, and goals. On my channel, I talk about online teaching and how you can start working from home. In today's video, I want to talk about an update with what I'm doing with my teaching business. I want to tell you how I am transitioning from VIPKid teacher and knowing that that income will eventually probably come to an end, and what I'm doing to plan for that transition. So let's get started. All right, guys, so I am still teaching with VIPKid. I have a full schedule, teaching 5:30 to 9 in the morning, Monday through Friday, and that's what I've been doing even before they were not allowed to take classes on the weekend anymore. And just so you're aware, if you are teaching with VIPKid, there are going to be some weekends where they are going to be able to learn on the weekends because of the holiday. You know how sometimes they have to make up school on certain days and so they will have maybe a Wednesday and a Thursday off, and then they will make up those classes on a Saturday or a Sunday. So whatever those dates are, there are some of those dates coming up, so keep your weekend classes open if you want to teach on those days. So on top of my VIPKid schedule, I am also still making videos for YouTube, and I am also teaching with Outschool on Sundays. I teach 2 students right now on Sundays. I have another class. I've opened up 2 more classes on Outschool, so those are not starting until the end of September. So I'm hoping to get some enrollments with those so I can build up my clientele on Outschool. I'm teaching ESL classes one-on-one. I'm not quite ready to make the jump to more than one, although I did have a parent reach out and wanted both siblings to take the class. I haven't gone ahead and done that just yet. So that's what I'm doing on Sundays, and then Saturday is my day off, and I also am starting to teach independently. So I have some private tutoring I'm doing. I have a Monday class and a Wednesday class with one particular student, and I'll tell you a little bit about that. So what I'm using for Outschool and for my private classes has changed a little bit in regards to the curriculum, and I'm not totally settled on curriculum whatsoever, but I can tell you a little bit about my progress so far with buying curriculum and using curriculum and trying new free curriculum. Here's what I've found so far, and if you have been following me and watching my channel, you know that I've put off teaching with Outschool for a long time because I don't like to make lessons. I don't like the planning. I like to kind of just teach, and that's why I've been a substitute teacher for my entire career, because I just want to teach someone else's lessons. So I started off and I bought the Chitchat to Fluency curriculum. It's also called ESL Kids curriculum. And so those are slides, PowerPoint slides. They're not PowerPoint slides, they're web-based slides, and they're very good for younger students. They're colorful and there's songs embedded into it with little videos and stuff. So I really love that about ESL Kids curriculum or Chitchat to Fluency. The creator of the slides is Daniel, and he is very helpful to reach out to. I did find some spelling errors, or there was a picture that I had to teach and I didn't really think it was appropriate. It made me uncomfortable to use that particular picture. So he was very open to switching the picture out into something that was more appropriate. And so that was awesome. He's very receptive to making changes. So, but that is a problem that I'm finding with some of the curriculum I'm buying, is that there are errors and they're not editable. So that's become a little bit of a, like, you know, you want to be professional, and if my secret wish was that, you know, they would be profitable enough to maybe hire an editor, or just have a friend, you know, throw some money at a friend who could edit before they're launched. But in this case, like I said, Daniel is receptive to making changes. It's just a little bit time consuming to reach out and wait for him to reply. He's very quick. I don't want you to think he's very quick to reply, but he is on the opposite time zone. Okay, he's in the Philippines. So, and oftentimes he will make the corrections, and it's the middle of the night for him. So he's very dedicated to his creation of the curriculum. So you might want to check that out. It's Chitchat to Fluency. There is a one-time fee of $89, and there's also some lessons that you can look at to help you decide if it's what you're looking for. Another curriculum that I have tried, or I am trying, is called Blue Cherry ESL, I think, and it's on Teachers Pay Teachers, and the slides are great. This is PowerPoint based, and it's for an older crowd, I would say, because there's no animated photos or anything. It's all photographs. So, and again, I did run into some errors with you know, just basically typos that just didn't get corrected. So I haven't reached out to the creator for those things. I just kind of, you know, play it off and make the correction with my student at the time. So it's just been busy, and to reach out and wait for the correction, it's too late. I've already taught the lesson. So, but that's something to consider when you are buying curriculum from different places. So something to consider. But I do like these PowerPoint slides. The lessons are long. These are hour-long lessons. And I can give you an example that I used one of these lessons for a girl who's very good with English, but she's only 6 years old. So while it was great, she was able to read a lot of the things, it was just not very exciting for a 6-year-old. So I was looking for a little bit something more appropriate for her. Another one I'm looking into, or I have actually purchased, you guys, I'm just like buying curriculum all over the place trying to find the right one. I don't know if I'm going to regret doing that. Another one I purchased is called FridisaLearns.com, and it's a subscription for the year, and it's for the younger crowd. It's got cute little animations and stuff, but I am still trying to get through this to figure out how I'm going to implement this. Now, traveling teacher Angie is the one that recommended this. There's also Kids Phonics from the same company, and it's phonics based. I have not purchased that one yet. But the Fridisa Learns is 2 frogs, and it's very appealing to the little ones. There are songs, and it reads to the child, and that's kind of where I'm struggling. I have reached out to Angie, and I'm hoping I can spend a little bit more time looking through the website to see and make sure that I'm seeing all the potential for this, because she really recommends it. There are some PowerPoint lessons too, so I just need to maybe dive a little bit deeper and see the potential here. And she does say that she pieces together, so like maybe she'll use the song, and I thought, okay, sorry, not the song. There are songs, but you could use the reading when it reads to you, and maybe I could mute it because I want the student to read to me, obviously, or we can read together, but it's not a slide, so I would have to pause the song and, or not the song, I keep saying song. I would have to pause the reading video and have the student read and keep the sound down. So, like I said, I'm still checking into that one. But it is really cute, and you know, you can track your students, and the students can log in with their own logins and learn after class. So I think this is going to be a feature that's really appealing to parents. So, and the thing is that I feel like I'm missing the meat of the lesson, because when you look at the lesson overview or the objectives, it lists all of the vocabulary that they're going to learn and the phonics, but I'm just not seeing the meat of the lesson where you want to be practicing the grammar and practicing the sentence frames. So guys, stay tuned for that one, okay? I literally have only had it for about a week, and I haven't taught with it yet. So stay tuned to FridisaLearns.com. And if you want to know more, go over to Traveling Teacher Angie's YouTube channel, and she also has a website, and you can check out her video about FridisaLearns.com. Okay, and there's one more that I want to talk about, another curriculum that I have not purchased yet, but I have taught with it. And this is also for a little bit older crowd, probably your level 3 and up, and it is Off to Class. Now, maybe you've heard of Off to Class. It's a website where there are lessons like PowerPoint. It's a PowerPoint. It's slides. It's really, I'm really excited about the potential. It is for a little older crowd. I am using it. I used it with my 6-year-old student who is in a level 6 VIPKid kind of level. And it went really well. Now, we didn't get through a lot of slides in that lesson, but this is another place where the student can sign up and they can have access. Now, that student's not signed up yet. Sorry, I had to let my cat in the window. That's normal, right? Everyone has their cats come through the window. My cats would like hear me and scratch on our screen, and so I had to remove the screen. It was already ruined, and now there's no screen in the window, and then they just pop up during my class, and I'll open the window and they come in, and most of the kids are somewhat amused by it. So, and I allow them to come in and they can go eat and then they go back out. Anyway, that's my adventures with my 3 cats. But Off to Class, yes, the student can sign up for well, you kind of assign them. You sign them up. I'm totally new to it, so like if I'm wrong, please give me grace. But you put their name and their email address in, and then they will have access to the site too. And you can kind of track what they do. Now, I don't know a lot about it yet. This student, her dad hadn't had time to set it up yet, so I just used it as screen sharing. I shared my screen with the slides and it worked really well. There's also something I really like is they had like a game show. There's 2. There's a game show and I'm forgetting what like a Jeopardy game and one other one I'm not remembering. Maybe it's just a multiple choice kind of thing, like Kahoot maybe. So, and it kind of gives you categories that you can choose. And it was a little bit above her level, I think, because she is 6, but she did like 3 or 4 questions on it. It was all we had time for, and she really liked it. So there is this cute little pop-up, like I just had it open and I screen shared and she told me the answer. And when she tells you the answer, you check the answer and then you click correct and then haha, everyone celebrates. So there's these embedded games that are available. Right now I'm using it for free, guys. So I think like the first lesson of each level is maybe free for you to try out, and then it's a subscription again. So that's the one I'm most excited about right now. So yeah, I don't have any brand new learners right now who are just starting. I had one who was in Cambodia, but he is in online school because of the wackiness of the world, and his mom didn't want him learning online even more after his school day, which is totally understandable. All right, and one more thing. So I wanted you to know that I had been presented with this opportunity to have access to a lot of curriculum PDFs. So just about any, and there's a Facebook page, I think it's called Adventures Abroad or something. I'll write it here when I edit my video, but Adventures Abroad with ESL or something like that. It's a group in Facebook, and there's a lot of free sharing going on of these resources, these PDFs of curriculum, like Reaching Higher, Journeys, Cambridge English, Big English, I think that's right, what's called. So many. And so I have access to many of these, and I was like, okay, these look great. But here's the problem, and maybe you have a solution. I'm finding it very awkward to use the PDF because it's not fitting on the screen properly. Like I can make it 100% or I can make it fit to the screen. And it's just, you can't see enough of the page. And so it's really, I don't know, maybe there's a solution I'm not privy to, but if you know how to make it full screen without cutting off part of the page, I mean, I don't know. So that's where I'm struggling there. It's very awkward using the PDFs because they're portrait and my screen is landscape. So if you have a good idea on how to use those PDFs, I can't make it work. It's too awkward for me. So yeah, that's where I'm at, you guys. I'm still hoping to continue to gain more students with Outschool and privately. Oh, I wanted to also tell you that I was reached out to by a parent on YouTube, and on YouTube, and she emailed me, and it is a group of parents that want to find teachers to teach their kids. So I said, oh yeah, I'm interested. And then it was weeks that went by, I totally forgot about it, and she emailed me and said, okay, well, we've consulted a professional and we made a platform that teachers can come independently, they can market themselves, they can teach their own materials. And so this is a new opportunity too that I'm looking into, or hoping that it turns into something great. Because while I was very hesitant to teach privately or teach on Outschool, there's no denying that the amount of money you can make is considerably elevated with these opportunities. And you know what? So is the stress. I'm not gonna lie. The startup stress and figuring it all out is a lot. I started teaching using Stripe, so I had to figure that all out. I made sure that one parent wanted to pay with PayPal, so you're trying to figure out those fees that are being taken off, and are you charging enough to cover the fees? So these are all the things that are happening, and I did end up figuring out Stripe. My parents sent me $1 and I ended up getting it, so that's good. So hopefully I figured that out, how to use Stripe now. I haven't started teaching that student. She's one of my VIPKid students, and I can't wait to teach her again. I haven't seen her in months. So that will be set up soon. And WeChat, guys, if you are not on WeChat, you got to get there. If you're planning to teach independently, I really think you need to be there. If you are on WeChat and you are not asking your parents for their contacts, and all you have to do is hold up that QR code, and they're like, oh, okay, 1 minute, and they will go get their phone and they will scan your QR code and they will add you. So that's the best way to do it. At the beginning of class, at the end of class, ask, is mom there? Mom. So I think I've got most of my regulars that I have right now. I think I missed a couple, which is so sad, because I think they've already left the platform. But if you have WeChat, you should be using it, because we don't really know where this is going. Oh, and I wanted to tell you one more update about Edukita. Edukita had reached out to me in my Instagram inbox, and Edukita wanted to know more about what I was looking for. They wanted to have a chat about their platform. So long story short, I ended up speaking with one of the owners. That conversation went really well. Then he wanted me to meet with the other owner, and that went okay. And then I also observed a class in between those two meetings, and it was an upper level class. And I can tell you that they had said this is not a reflection of what we can and what we do offer with Edukita, because it was an older class. It's a group class, conversation class. And what I can tell you from that experience is that there were maybe 20 kids in the class. There were both teachers, 2 teachers, and the slides were provided, and it was a 1-hour class. Unfortunately, because it was middle school kids, the cameras did not get turned on, and I did find that it was a bit, I don't know, as a parent, I don't think I would have been all that excited about my student being in that class, because it was, a lot of turn taking and not a lot of coverage for what you could learn in that hour. So I don't know. I did ask to see another class of a younger class, and that opportunity didn't come. I didn't hear back from them. So that's okay. That's how things roll. But I just wanted to tell you about that experience. And if you see Loretta, teacher Loretta Holmberg, she got hired with Edukita most recently. So congratulations, Loretta. And I'm waiting to hear from her how her experience is so far. And if you want to know more about Edukita, teacher Britta is teaching over there, and she loves this group format. She teaches grammar there. So that's some information about Edukita. I have not applied to any other companies. I have not looked into any of the other companies yet. I know I've got that big list of 40 companies, but I have not had the time to research that. So I do have a referral that is planning to apply to StarKid, and that's out of Hong Kong. So he let me know that if he gets hired, then he will share his experience with me and I can share it with you. So that is all for this video. It's much longer than I expected, but I guess I had things to talk about. So I hope you have a wonderful day. Be kind, give grace, keep smiling, and keep breathing. These are my reminders that I need. Keep smiling, it's gonna be okay, and breathe. See you next time.